channel. My name is Karen. This is Andrea.
Hello.
Registered LPN here. And today we're going to be talking about moisturizer. So I have a quote here from Katie Stevens, and she says, "Take care of your skin, wash your face every morning and night, and be sure to moisturize."
Moisturizer's important.
Exactly. The surprising trend in beauty, guess what it is? Skincare sales are growing the fastest among men's grooming products. That's coming from the Forbes magazine.
And I definitely think that's more from the millennials, guys. Good job.
Yes.
About time that guys start putting moisturizer on.
It's a new generation, that's right.
Yeah.
So why is moisturizer important?
So moisturizer can actually help keep your skin's natural flora healthy and actually keep your skin's hydration balance corrected. So your skin's natural flora is actually a layer of bacteria that help make sure that our skin does not get attacked by bad bacteria. So these bacteria on our skin that are healthy for us need a good sense of hydration to make sure that things that they can naturally keep us protected.
Wow, okay. Are there different types of moisturizers?
Yes, so obviously there's moisturizers for the face, for the body, and there's different types of moisturizers for different skin types, meaning skin types like acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, all that kind of stuff. So all these different conditions that people have, there's different moisturizers to help treat those. And unfortunately they are not interchangeable because they do things specifically for those conditions.
So even like oily skin versus dry skin. Okay,
exactly.
Yeah, I usually see that on the labels. So what is the best type of moisturizer?
So the best type is the personal preference. Touch and feel is usually what I say. You really need to try out one that you're going to like, because if you're not going to like it, you're not going to put it on. The other thing too is making sure that it's also indicated for your skin. So if you're acneic, you're using an acneic moisturizer, not a rosacea moisturizer, because that'll make your acne break out more. And if you're a rosacea patient, you're going to be using rosacea products, not acne products, because acne products will make you drier. It also depends on the season. So you probably find in the winter, like we had a pretty bad winter this year, 2019, February, let's put it at that. Essentially our skin gets so dry when it's super cold out. So it's really important to maybe use a cream for your body that's a little bit thicker, that's going to keep that moisture in there longer, and keep your skin just happy and supple.
Nice. So my moisturizer has an SPF in it.
Yes.
Is that going to be effective?
So I love this concept that over-the-counter products have come out with, but the problem is they aren't that effective. I feel that they just don't really hydrate properly and they don't really protect you from the sun. The other thing too is sunscreen. You are supposed to reapply every 2 hours when you're outside for a long period. So if you're only putting it on first thing in the morning and then 4 or 5 hours later you're then outside and you don't reapply, you're not covered. Sunscreen will only last 2 hours at a time. Now when you mix the two together, it's not really sure if it's supposed to be moisturizing or if it's supposed to be sunscreen. Okay. A lot of these moisturizers with sunscreen in them also have more of a chemical blocker in it, because when they put physical blocks in them, they tend to be a little bit thicker, which of course we're going to be doing a video on sunscreen, so I can talk a little bit more detail about what the difference between a physical and a chemical blocker is. So check that out when we get that up there. But it's important to kind of just split those two products apart. Moisturizer is meant to hydrate your skin. Sunscreen is meant to protect it from the UV. You don't necessarily need both mixed together, okay? Yeah.
Here's a fun question. How do I apply the moisturizer?
Yes, so essentially with moisturizer, it's important to make sure that you have enough. Sometimes people forget that moisturizer, you can apply a lot. You may not need a lot, but you just need a certain amount, which I have a little bit here. That's essentially how much you need. Okay, so that's about the size of a nickel, and you literally just kind of put it between your fingers and you kind of rub it all over your face. Today I'm just going to do it on my hands because I got moisturizer on my face already because I'm a good girl. So you just kind of gently moisturize and rub it in, okay? This is essentially the same thing for your body. The same size will cover your arms. You'll need one for your one leg, same size for the other leg, okay? The same will work for chest and the back. Now, of course, the back's always a problem to try and reach at. We always have that one spot we can scratch, but we can't get moisturizer on. I'm one of those people. Essentially, it's getting someone to help you out with that.
Yeah.
Or they do have a product that's actually pretty funny. It's called the Back Buddy. I think you can get it off of Amazon. It's literally a paddle, a long paddle. You put a little moisturizer on there and you can essentially rub in the moisturizer on your back. So for you seniors out there that are having trouble reaching those spots, please get that Back Buddy or get one of your family members to get it for you, because it will help you immensely.
That's funny. What about the order of, like, when you're cleaning your skin, the moisturizer, like toner,
Where does it
all
fit?
these things? Yeah, where does this fit in?
So regimes, let's say for the morning, you're going to cleanse your face with warm water, please no hot water. So you're going to use a cleanser with that. Then you're going to use a toner if you like to use a toner. Certain skin conditions do not need toners, and also depends on what kind of cleanser they have. So that's another reason why you should come in and see us in consultation, so we can kind of describe that to you a little bit better. And then you would put your vitamin C serum. So vitamin C's are important. Again, that's probably another video we're going to shoot on later on, because that's an important product to add into regimes. And then you would put your moisturizer and then your sunscreen. Okay, so sunscreen is always last. Now ladies, I know we like to put makeup on. Makeup goes on after sunscreen.
Oh,
okay?
wow. Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because otherwise if you put your makeup on and then you try to put sunscreen on and it's a lotion, you just pretty much rub all your makeup off.
Yeah.
And then it gets
not fun.
Gross and icky. Yeah.
Not cool.
Okay.
So how often should you apply that moisturizer then?
Moisturizer should at least be twice a day. So morning and night. And the best time to do it is as soon as you get out of the shower or the bath. Why? Because your pores are open. You were just in that nice warm bath or shower, and your pores have absorbed that water. To try and lock it in is that moisturizer, and that moisturizer is also going to keep that hydration going throughout the day. Especially in the winter, twice a day is super important, because as we know, it's super dry out. So twice a day, morning and night. If you like to shower in the morning, awesome. Just put another layer on at night before you go to bed. Same thing if you shower at night, you put it on again in the morning. Okay.
Good rule of thumb.
Yes.
So what is the best moisturizer for infants or children?
So obviously the best for kids is products that actually say for infants or children. Children and infants are at a greater risk of developing eczema, because as we know, they tend to run around all over the place, or it's hard to get them to drink water or milk and stuff like that, or even get enough intake in them. So their skin does suffer from that lack of hydration. So putting moisturizer on your kids, especially as soon as they get out of the bathtub, is a great time to try and avoid that eczema, which is severe dry skin. There are even kids that are so severe that they end up in the hospital. So we want to try and avoid that. Okay.
Yeah, so painful.
Yes.
So is my body moisturizer good for my face? This is a very common question, I think.
It is a common question, and I know a lot of seniors out there love to do that, which I guess for them it's okay, because I'm so happy they're putting moisturizer on to begin with, but usually not. The skin on the face is a little bit more sensitive to ingredients compared to the body. So the body's skin tends to be a little more resilient. We're wearing clothing, it's getting constantly bumped, dragged, all that kind of stuff. Whereas the face is a little more sensitive. It's exposed to the sun more, it's exposed to the outdoors more. We don't necessarily cover up this area too often unless it's -30 outside. So usually I'd rather you not put body moisturizer on your face, because you're more likely to develop some sort of condition, like some sort of allergic reaction maybe. So just really play it cautious. I don't recommend it usually, but hey, if you're putting moisturizer on, that's great.
Yeah. Well, here's my next question, going a little further into that topic. My moisturizer is scented. Is that safe for my skin?
So I'd also put a warning of caution on that too. Scented, although it smells great, it's awesome, but there are ingredients in there that are actually sometimes contain alcohol, which can dry your skin out even more. Also, there's other products that can actually cause eczema, which is a super dry skin, cause rashes, allergic reactions, stuff like that. So it's important to make sure that you really be cautious with scented products. Again, the body is a little bit more resilient, but you may notice that after repeated use, you start developing a rash. Please stop putting that moisturizer on. Just kind of test and see, and go from there. But usually I say unscented is the great way to go.
Can people break out in a rash after applying a moisturizer?
So yeah, that kind of stems back to the ingredients. It's important to find out what is important for your skin type, what you're trying to reduce. Like if you have a rash or something, the type of moisturizer is important. Ingredients like scents are also something to kind of really be cautious with. Scents, like I said earlier, can cause problems with the skin. And also figuring out what ingredients also create some sort of reaction on you is important. So try and test and feel different ones. Luckily, the ones over the counter for the body aren't overly expensive. Products that are sold in physicians' offices like ourselves have been tested true by Health Canada to make sure that they are safe for the skin of the face. They have been developed so that there is minimal risk of reaction. So
good.
Things to think and keep in mind.
Yeah, it's important to have that consultation with the dermatologist.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for joining us today at Edmonton Dermatology YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like the content, and we'll be coming again at you with some more great hot topics.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks so much.